Welcome to the Out the Gate Sports Podcast, where three friends debate everything sports, offer some of their own insights, and have a few laughs along the way, covering the world of football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Here are your hosts, Mark, Ben, and Szucs.
Welcome to episode 4 of the Out the Gate Sports Podcast. I'd like to thank our one listener out in Montana and Sweden, of all places. We see you. I'm your host, Mark. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Ben.
Montana.
And Szucs.
Sweden.
Sick. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about LeBron James, some Robert Kraft stuff, a little bit of UFC news, and then we end it with a hardest championship to win. Hope you guys enjoy this Wednesday edition.
Wednesday. All
right, let's jump right into it. I want to talk about LeBron James. Now, this is the first time since 2004-2005 that he hasn't made the playoffs, and the first time in the last 8 years that he's missed the finals, obviously without making the playoffs. But the guy's had a pretty good career so far as I'm concerned.
Pretty good. More like great career.
Yeah, great career. I think he's the best player of all time. That's just my own personal opinion.
Whoa. Better than Jordan?
Yeah.
You out of your mind?
No. I'm completely within my mind.
I don't know. What makes you say that about him?
Well, put him on any team and they're a contender. I don't count this year. This year is a complete farce. He was hurt for the good portion of it.
His team was pretty good that he's on.
Yeah, but then he tried to trade everyone, and then they started to suck.
So they played bad on purpose?
They quit on him. They quit on him. I think all those young guys quit on him.
And was he hurt or was he just not playing because he knew he wasn't going to make the playoffs?
No, he was hurt. He legit got hurt.
Yeah, but he came back.
He came back, and I don't think
he was out for a while.
I don't think that he is 100% healthy this year playing. The guy has played an immeasurable amount of basketball in the past however many years.
Well, do you think his success is because he was playing in the East all those years, or in the West is that much more difficult?
I think, the West is clearly better. I just think that...
It's been better for a while.
Yeah, for a while. Like, I guess some of his success is from just being in the Eastern Conference, but the guy's still great.
How many finals does he make in the West?
4 or 5. Instead of,
That's like half.
What is he, 3 and 6 in finals?
Does he ever get by the Warriors teams?
He beat him once.
Yeah, once. So would he beat him once?
Yeah, once.
Yeah,
I'll say once.
Yeah, so he gave him one against them, and they've been dominating for the past 3-4 years?
You're saying put all those teams in the teams that LeBron was on, not just put him on whatever.
Put him on the same team in the West. The Heat, the Cavs, whatever you want.
Yeah, well, those Heat teams I think were amazing.
They were pretty good.
Yeah. I think he probably makes about half of what he made. So he'll probably make 5 finals. I'm not counting the one he made with the first one with the Cavs where he took Eric Snow and whatever else.
That team was pretty bad. That was his rookie year?
No. I think that may have been 06, 07 they beat the Magic. I forget. I don't really remember the years, or 05, 06. But the guy just makes everyone around him better. Kobe's not doing that.
Oh, who the hell brought up Kobe? I don't think Kobe's in the conversation for the best player of all time.
All right, I'm just saying.
Jordan, yes.
Yeah, but he's also not making everyone else better around him, though, either.
Who?
Jordan.
How did he not?
How did he?
Well, who the hell is Scottie Pippen?
Well, that Bulls team, when he left for 2 years, was the 1 seed.
So they were a good team.
Yeah, and had nothing to do with Jordan when he was gone.
How did that have nothing to do with the best player?
When he was gone, they were still the 1 seed.
Because they're a good team.
Yes.
Did they win a championship, though, without Jordan?
No, but they still were the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, even though it was better back then.
LeBron doesn't go on good teams. LeBron just goes on a team and he's the coach and the main guy. He makes himself that. So LeBron makes it so you can't play without him. That doesn't really make everybody better.
Yeah, but they're still good. Like, they're a contender.
He was on one superstar team when it was him, Bosh, and Wade. And he said that he was going to bring all these championships, and I think they won, 1 championship?
They won 2.
They won 2.
Or 3? 2? 2. They won 2.
Yeah, 2.
So I don't know if he's better than Jordan. He's definitely not overrated, but I wouldn't put him over Jordan.
I think it's just his size and speed and everything. He just dominates everybody. It's just like, does that make him that great of a basketball player? Or does that just make him I don't know.
What a freak athlete, which he is.
No, yeah, obviously he's good at basketball, obviously. But I'm saying like if they played 1-on-1, I think LeBron would beat Jordan. That
Right.
doesn't mean he's better than him though.
No, I'm not saying
Like, if
1-on-1
LeBron-
means you're better than him at
No,
all.
but I'm just trying to compare it because I think he's a great ball player. Yes, obviously, but I just don't think he has like. I don't know what he doesn't have. He just doesn't have something.
that killer instinct that Jordan had is basically what he doesn't have. Like LeBron's not that I'm gonna shoot it in your eye every friggin' time and just give me the ball. He likes to include his teammates, which Jordan was kind of like a ball hog.
I don't know if he would include his teammates. I think when it comes to LeBron, he's way about himself than he is with his team. I mean,
No.
it shows with the Lakers this year.
No, but that's different. I'm just talking about like on the court type of stuff. Like that's different. Like I think they quit on him because he tried to trade them. But LeBron's one of the best passers of all time.
Yeah, but all right. So you're sitting here saying they quit on him. Is it because LeBron wanted to be solo? Is he a team player?
No.
I don't think he's a team player.
He wanted to get Anthony Davis on his team. So
Hey, if he got Anthony Davis, did they make the playoffs?
yes.
Yeah,
They
I
beat-
think so too. Yeah,
They beat the Warriors.
because I don't know about beat the Warriors. Just
Yes.
Anthony Davis?
Yeah. Him and
No.
you're gonna put the
They don't
best,
even make the playoffs. Then you get another great player. They're not beating the Warriors.
That's what it is now in the NBA. 2 stars.
No, they need more than two
Championship.
now. More
But
than
the
two.
Warriors have more than 2 stars.
Yeah, they got 4.
No.
No.
DeMarcus
How do you not-
Cousins.
Draymond's not a star.
How is he not a star? He's like the main component of that team.
He's
He's
a good
a king.
defensive
Just because
player.
he doesn't
No.
score, he does everything for them.
He's not a star though.
Yeah, but he's like their main reason.
He
why
complements
they're friggin'
them
good.
very well.
Yeah,
You saw-
he
yeah.
knows his role.
Kerr hates him.
It doesn't matter. He knows
But,
his
yeah,
role.
he's,
I don't think anybody likes the guy.
He's not a star.
He's not likable.
I'll give you Curry and I'll give you Durant.
And Klay Thompson's not a star.
Nah.
What the hell's
I
wrong
think
with
Clay
you?
could go
I
on
don't
any
think he's
team
a star.
and be a star. You put him on the other team, he'll be a
We'll
star.
see
too.
after this year when he doesn't. If he doesn't sign with the Warriors, I'll tell you right now he's not gonna be the same.
Why? He just shoots threes.
Because but like he's not like that. Yeah, he shoots threes. Doesn't
Yeah.
make anyone around him better. He's not a star.
So what does Steph do then? Steph only shoots threes? I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
he
Steph
can
plays
pass
defense,
and he's
though.
a point guard.
Yeah, but I don't think he plays defense. So does that make
No
his
one
team
in the
bad?
NBA
Nobody
plays
plays
defense.
anymore.
Except
That's a whole
LeBron.
nother thing. LeBron. Got a hard on for LeBron.
So
Maybe a low one.
Let's take it to this then. If LeBron is so good, then what's the main thing in sports that makes you a Hall of Famer? In my opinion, I think it's championships. Correct?
The main thing.
The main thing, if you're looking at all sports, what's the number one thing that people look at if they're voting you into the Hall of Fame, or into the NBA Hall of Fame
well,
or the
your
MLB Hall of
stats
Fame?
matter. Like
Don't get me wrong. His stats are great. He's number 4 on scoring list.
So basically, like to switch the topic to football for a second, like you're basically saying Dan Marino.
No, I knew you were going to bring that
sucked.
up. No, I'm not saying Dan Marino sucked.
It has to
But
be a combination. It has to be a combination of stats and championships,
Yeah.
playoff wins, clutch moments. It has to be all of it.
I know, I get that. I'm just saying that 3 and 6 in championships is just a terrible stat. I mean, look at all the other guys. They all have winning championship records.
You did not see the teams that LeBron had to go up against. No one's beating that Warrior team, and he did beat him once
Yeah, beat him once.
because he had Kyrie, and Kevin loves garbage big ass.
Kevin Love was good though before he played with LeBron.
He was
LeBron made
good.
him worse.
He was good because he was the only guy in Minnesota.
But how do you make somebody worse? The guy was averaging like 20 points and getting like 20
Yeah,
rebounds.
because
a game.
he had to be the guy. When he would play with LeBron, he didn't
when
have
he played
to be
with
the
LeBron,
guy.
he turned into a 3-point shooter.
Well, that's because that's what the
because
NBA
everybody
turned in.
stands on the outside.
That's what the NBA
LeBron
turned
drive
into.
out and dish it out.
That's what the NBA turns into, though. That's what it is
Yeah.
now. All right, everyone stand around the perimeter and shoot threes.
Yeah, but
It sucks.
yeah, it's stupid.
You believe me now? The NBA or the 3-point shot ruined the NBA.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah, it is.
No one works it down low anymore. You
Yeah,
know,
there's no such thing as a big man.
No, yeah,
No.
exactly. The big man is completely non-existent. Like the fucking Anthony Davis shoots threes.
Yeah, and every good big man is a 3-point shooter now.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Like, who wants who the hell wants to watch those people shoot threes all damn day? Dunks, like that. That's the thing. Like everyone's like, oh, the NBA, this, and that. Like, but like, dunks is what's like exciting. Why do you think it's last in the All-Star thing? It's not like, oh, let me stand around and shoot threes. That goes second to last.
Yeah, but,
Like, that's the thing. Like, everyone's like, oh, the NBA, this, and that. Like, but like, dunks is what's like exciting. Why do you think it's last in the All-Star thing? It's not like, oh, let me stand around and shoot threes. That goes second to last.
Yeah, the dunk is awesome. Alley oops, everything, and just like the post up game was good. Like Shaq nowadays, would Shaq even be good?
Yeah. See, I don't know. I don't know.
I think he would have to be good, but I don't know how.
Yeah, like Shaq would just dominate down low, and then you have some guy like Steph Curry just coming down the court and shooting a three at fucking half court. That's what happens. It's boring, and no one cares about the NBA. I shouldn't say that, but I mean, no one cares about the NBA until the last 2 minutes of the game. Like that's the only time it really matters.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
With no point to play the regular season, just go right into the playoffs. That's the only time the NBA is entertaining, really.
I wonder how the NBA is going to react with just LeBron being out of it. Like, is it going to draw as many people?
I think it will. I mean, Steph Curry and that Warriors team are always, people will watch that for them.
Oh, people want to see them lose now, I think, more so than anything.
Yeah, but are they going to lose? I don't think there's anybody that can beat them.
I'll say they lose.
There's other rising stars out there, too, though. Like that Giannis, Greek freak. I mean,
yeah, he's good, but they're not winning anything.
Nah, I mean, aren't they the 1 seed right now?
Yeah, in the East, I guess.
I guess the East, that's why. He's the LeBron.
LeBron left.
Yeah, I think until
it's weak.
That Warriors team disbands, you won't see the Warriors losing anytime soon.
Oh, God, I hope it disbands soon. I wouldn't mind Kyrie with the Knicks. That'd be pretty cool. Or not Kyrie. Yeah, him too. Him and Durant.
Kyrie and Durant.
Yeah. But I'll take the Rockets, though. 7-game series.
James Harden is putting on a show.
Last year.
Yeah, they should have. If Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, they beat them.
Yeah.
James Harden is a monster this year. MVP.
Beatable.
Yeah. You guys want to give me plus money on the Rockets? Western Conference?
No.
No? You?
What's the offer?
Give me plus 350.
What do I get? Wait, so they're winning the West or winning the championship?
Yeah, West. But I'll take the Rockets. You take the Warriors. You give me plus 350.
No. I'd rather you just have the Rockets, and I don't take anybody.
And you just take the field?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it for plus 350.
All right, done.
All right. All right, while we're still on the NBA, did you see that this one fan paid nearly $7,000 for court-sized seats for Lakers Bucks, and then neither LeBron nor Giannis played at all?
I did see that. That sucks for that fan because he obviously paid all that money to see the two stars in the NBA, and then he didn't get to see either of them.
I think in sports, mainly baseball and NBA, if you're not seriously hurt, then you should be playing every day because I don't think it takes a toll on your body. And if I'm paying $7,000, I want to go see superstars play. I just think that it's ridiculous.
I would be pissed if I spent all that money. I would ask for a refund, honestly. You're not going to get to see the two of the top 5 players in the NBA play. That's what you're spending money to go see.
Yeah, exactly. When did they release that they're playing or not? Did they say it in advance, or is it just they showed up and they decided that they're not playing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not a premeditated type of thing. Hey, you're gonna sit out this day. You're not playing. But short of being hurt, like Szucs said, you got to be out there. You can't just not play. I feel it's not right.
Do you think it's their decision or the coach's decision? I think the coach probably wants them to rest. But at the same time, I agree with you. They should be playing.
Yeah, but what toll in NBA does it take on your body? You're running up and down a court. It's not like you're getting smacked.
No, I mean you still get a little hit. It's
more flopping than getting hit. I mean, come on. You're sitting there and you're shooting a basketball. It's not like you're getting, smacked like you are in football or in hockey. I mean, baseball is the same thing. You sit out there in a field, and most of the times you're not even doing anything. So you're going to sit here and say, I'm going to pay all this money, and you're not going to play? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, playing all those games does take some type of toll on your body, though. I know these guys are in great shape, but it takes a lot out of you. I would think. I mean, playing every single for baseball, you play every single day. You're not going to get a little tired. You travel every 3 or 4 days. Jet lag exists. It's not a made up thing.
Yeah, baseball, I don't see anybody getting tired. They usually just say you barely do anything half the time. But basketball, I mean, being LeBron, I guess you can get tired carrying the team on your back all the time. It could get pretty heavy. But back to the point that I don't know who the hell would pay that much money. This guy must have a lot of money to be able to afford that. If he doesn't have a lot of money and he lost that much, like you were saying, he should try to get some sort of refund from the NBA because that's what the selling point was, and he pretty much got robbed.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. I know, obviously, the Bucks aren't tanking, but you think LeBron sat out because he just doesn't want to play and they're already out of the playoffs, so they're just going to tank for a higher draft pick?
Well, they're restricting his limit or his minutes, so he doesn't get hurt for next year. You know, like, I mean, I understand him not wanting. Well, I don't even know if it's his choice, to be honest. I think it's kind of like the whole.
I think with LeBron, it's his choice because, you know, like we said.
LeBron says goes.
Yeah, he's the coach, he's a GM, he's anything, so.
Yeah, well, then fine. Then it's his decision to not play and just rest up for next year because he knows they're done. I mean, what the hell's the point?
Teammates.
Yeah, like
Terrible teammate.
He's all right.
I just think, though, if you're out there and you're getting paid all this money, you should be out there every day playing, especially in sports like basketball. It's ridiculous. And if I was that fan, I would be pissed.
What do you think about this, though? What if they're trying to, quote-unquote, tank and maybe try to get... I mean, they're not obviously as bad as, like, the rest of the teams in the NBA, but they still have a shot at the first pick.
Yeah, because it all just gets thrown in a lottery. Yeah, imagine they get Zion or Ja Morant or even RJ Barrett.
Yeah,
that would be a good team.
I couldn't imagine the conspiracy theories coming across if LeBron ends up getting Zion on his team, and then he gets Anthony Davis. The whole thing would be.
Then they got shot.
All right, so Robert Kraft's back in the news. In case you're unaware of what was going on with him, he got charged with solicitation of a prostitute in Florida at some type of day spa. He recently issued a statement.
Yeah, to cut the statement short, it basically just said that he apologizes to his fans, his family, and the organization, and he says that he respects women, and that he learned, a great deal from his wife and his mother. So, he didn't want this going on his record.
The whole thing is just bizarre to me. Like, the fact that he went into this little seedy place to go get whatevered.
What do you think? You should go somewhere more fancy?
I mean, the guy has $6.6 billion, so I think, should be one of these high-class joints.
That you're accustomed to?
Well, I don't have $6.6 billion, so I stayed at shady ones.
You got $6.6.
Yeah, it's true. I don't get caught, though. That's the problem.
Can't wait to tell your wife.
So Kraft said that he thinks he didn't do anything wrong here, but he wants to seal that evidence tape. So I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I know his lawyers are trying to prevent it from coming out because it prohibits his Fourth Amendment.
What the hell's his Fourth Amendment? Thou shalt not get videotaped doing porn illegally or whatever the hell just happened to him.
It would be a rub and tug, but yes.
Rub and tug. Thou shalt not get rub and tug.
Thou shalt not get rub and tug.
That's his Fourth Amendment.
That's his Fourth Amendment, so I guess we'll have to see what happens. I know he's hired the top lawyer, so maybe we'll prevent it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, though. Like, why would you fight that and say you did nothing wrong but want the tape gone? It just means like...
You think he has something that he doesn't want the public to see? Like a small little thing down there?
I just don't think anybody wants to see his old ass gets wanked off by some Asian girl. It's just my opinion. I don't want to view that tape. You
wouldn't watch that?
No, I wouldn't watch that. No, and I think he's wrong and he's just trying to hide it, but it's going to come out eventually.
I would watch it.
Why do you think he just didn't plead guilty?
I just don't think
the plea deal seemed like it wasn't bad. It was like community service, something, but nothing serious.
Yeah, I think he's more scared of the NFL and what the NFL is going to do because obviously they've been in the news a lot with the NFL, the Patriots, over the years. So I'm pretty sure Roger Goodell will find some way to screw the Patriots because of this.
That tape is going to be hilarious. You're going to tell me you're really not going to watch it?
No, I don't want to see.
You think it'll ever come out or what?
Get jerked. I'm pretty sure some website will have it.
TMZ pays a lot of money for tapes like this.
Yeah, so TMZ probably already has it. They're just waiting to release it. So
it's going to be funny as hell. So TJ Dillashaw, you guys are familiar with him? UFC, I guess, former bantamweight champion. It's 135 pounds. Last Wednesday, March 20th, tested positive for a banned substance, and he voluntarily gave up his title belt, and he's now serving a year-long suspension. He came out with like a little statement saying, I messed up, this and that. I'm going to do everything to try to make this right. He literally, probably, 2 months ago, just lost to Henry Cejudo on fight night, January 19th, so maybe a month and a half ago. He was a pretty good fighter. You guys seen any of his fights?
Yeah, we saw the last one. It seemed like the UFC was trying to start to feature him. He was the main event on their ESPN Plus promotion that they were trying to get going. So I'm not sure how the UFC is going to react to this, to a guy that they thought might be the next big thing. For one, he lost the fight. And then for two, this illegal substance, whatever it was, probably steroids is my guess. I don't know. It's usually what they take.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I don't know. It doesn't look like it'd be too good for him. Something similar happened to John Jones, right? And he's back. But
yeah, but that guy is a complete fuck up. He coke, all that other type of stuff, steroids. Every time he fights Daniel Cormier, he tests positive for something else. But
let me ask you guys this: do you think this is a bad look for the UFC, with obviously McGregor being in the news a lot, John Jones being in the news a lot, and now this? Do you think this is going to hurt them at all?
Well, it's not good, but it is what it is. It's like another black eye on him, I guess.
Do you think they're going to start banning these guys though?
Well, they did. They suspended Dillashaw for a year.
No, but I mean for good. The way that the NFL does it, they suspend these players indefinitely. Do you think that the UFC is going to start doing that? Obviously, McGregor brings in a lot of money for them. But do you think after a while they'll be done with his antics and his bullshit and they'll be like, you know what? Enough? Go back to boxing?
I don't think so, because I think that's part of his act. That's part of what brings the fans in, just the way McGregor is.
Go back to boxing. He's not a boxer. Dude, he had one boxing fight, and that was it was a show. Floyd could have knocked him out in one round if he wanted to.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Because he didn't want to. Because think of it like this. You're going to pay $100 for a fight, and it's going to be over in 30 seconds. You have to draw that stuff out. That whole thing was a joke.
So you're saying it was fixed?
I'm not saying it was fixed. I'm saying fixed in the sense that everyone knew it was going to happen anyway.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
But he made it draw out as long as he possibly could.
Let me ask you this then. So you're saying that Conor can't make more money in boxing than he can in UFC?
He can't box.
But regardless, though, he puts on a show, and look how much money he made with freaking Floyd.
I think he'd make more in boxing. There's a lot more money in boxing.
Well, there is, but no one's going to fight him.
He's a big name. Floyd. This came out of nowhere, and Floyd fought him.
It's a money grab because
Floyd's Pacquiao can't go out there and be like, hey, let's fight.
He can, but Conor can't fight.
It's a show, though. You just said it's a show.
All right, so I'm thinking of this in terms of can he actually fight? No, but if you want to just throw money at people to box, then yes.
So if I was Conor, I'd be like, hell, I'll make $180 million doing boxing than UFC because I'll make more money in my career doing that than I will in UFC.
Yeah, but it's not competing. It's basically acting.
It's a money pit. That's what anybody wants nowadays. Is money.
Accident one time?
No. Maybe against a scrub, not against someone like Floyd or Pacquiao. So what do you guys think the hardest championship in sports is to win?
I'm going to have to go with what's actually going on right now. This March Madness college basketball thing. I just feel like the best team doesn't always win in a one-game scenario. Whoever is hot at the time, if you have one good game, you can knock off one of the best teams. I think it's tough to get your team to be able to win that many games in a row.
All right, so explain to me how Duke's not going to win this year.
Well, they are the favorite to win, but like I said, the favorite doesn't win every year. How about that Kentucky team that was supposed to be the best team of all time? They ended up losing.
Yeah, but they also lost to another one seed. They lost to Wisconsin. It was pretty good.
But still, you don't know. There's 4 1 seeds, so which one's going to win?
One of them.
Not all the time.
Most of the time.
I don't even know what the stats are on that, but majority of the time, I feel like the 1 seeds get upset a lot. And I just think it's hard to get your team to play at a high level for 6 straight games. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Yeah, 6, 64, 32, 16. Yeah, 6. maybe
Nice.
7. I don't know. Again, math not the greatest, but I don't know. I just think this year's pretty cut and dry. Like it's either going to be Duke or North Carolina to me.
Yeah, well, I guess that's March Madness is all about. You never know what's going to happen.
All right, fair enough.
I would have to disagree with you. I think that the Super Bowl is one of the hardest
This guy.
trophies.
All he talks about is football.
Yeah.
That's all he fucking talks about.
Hardest trophies to win. And let me explain to you here.
Patriots haven't won a lot in
Yeah,
the past
well,
few years.
Yeah,
right?
it hasn't been
let me
easy
take
for Brady and
this.
Belichick, huh?
It obviously football when it comes to scheduling, they don't have as many games as basketball or baseball or stuff like that. So the margin of losing is, significant because if you lose games, then you're kind of screwing yourself to make up ground. And I think that, with the physical toll that it takes on players, it hurts their probability of, say like Tom Brady goes out, then it obviously hurts the probability of the Patriots winning. I mean, even though they did win with Matt Castle, but
They won the Super Bowl.
no, they didn't win the
They had
Super
a good
Bowl.
year, though.
But and then when they go to the playoffs, it's the margin of victory is short because it's win or go home. It's not like other sports where you have like a best out of 5 or a best out of 3 or stuff like that. So I think, in my opinion, the NFL is the hardest to win.
I just feel like there's always the same teams in the NFL playoffs. I don't think it changes all that much. Like the contenders, like it's always the Patriots. It's always going to be the Steelers or I don't know.
I saw something that in the past, 15 or so seasons, the quarterback that represented, there was always either Brady, Peyton Manning, or Big Ben. And I think Joe Flacco snuck in there once, but those 3 quarterbacks have been in it, every time.
Or Eli. Eli's been in there too.
Yeah,
For 2 of them. But still, I just don't think it's the hardest championship to win.
Take out the Patriots. Name a dynasty that's gone back to back.
Well, name a dynasty in any sport.
When it comes to
Besides my Yankees.
yeah, obviously baseball. You said the Yankees.
The Warriors
Basketball,
went back
the
to back.
Warriors.
Yeah, but
So they're considered a dynasty. I mean,
but we're not talking about dynasties, though. I mean, the dynasties kind of disprove your point. No.
yeah. I mean, like I said though, if you take out the Patriots, name a team that's gone back to back.
The Broncos. Suck it.
Man,
God.
talking about in this generational era.
Not talking about this generation.
John Elway. It's my generation.
Yeah, Fred, you're
End
old.
of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Old.
Just
I'm
in my
2 years older than you.
just in my opinion, I think it's one of the hardest.
Yeah, to your football point, I somewhat agree. I just think the playoffs that have one-game scenarios have to be the toughest because,
Oh, it's
like I said,
playoff football, too, yeah.
yeah, but besides football and the college basketball tournament, everything else is a series. You feel like the best team wins in a series. In a one-game scenario, the best team doesn't always win.
I don't think that's necessarily true in... I'll go with hockey, then. Like, hockey...
Best team wins. They play the best out of 7.
No.
How?
The 8 seeds win.
So they're the best team.
Yeah, but they weren't the best team all year. They basically hockey. You get a hot goalie, you could win. You can win it all, like the Kings did when Jonathan Quick got
So
hot.
they were the best team that year.
They were the best team in the playoffs.
Yes.
They were not the best team all year. No.
Okay.
They were an 8 seed for a reason.
They also have a very long schedule. The NFL is 16 games, so it's you got to win or you go home.
Yeah, but
Especially in a type division race with wild cards and stuff like that, you can have 2.
it's always the
9-9
same
team,
team.
9-7 teams, I'm
like
sorry.
If
every
you
year.
lose 4 games to somebody, you're not better than them. I'm sorry. You're not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like when you go into something, right? What's better, a 1 seed or an 8 seed?
Yeah, a 1, obviously.
Okay, so then an 8 seed wins. Like you get a hot. Like that's the thing with hockey. Your goalie gets hot, you win.
I don't care how hot the goalie is. If
That's
you
why it's
lose
so hard.
4 times, you are not better than them.
Yeah,
You've
but-
had multiple opportunities. You're not better.
Also in the NFL, you can be in a wild card and be 12-4. Say your divisional opponent is 13-3, and you drop down to that wild card. So you're going to tell me that 12-4 team is not as good as that 13-3 team?
Yeah, they lost one more game.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe they, obviously, look at the Browns. They couldn't kick a field goal. Maybe they missed out on a field goal or something like that. The seeding when it comes to NFL, I think that it doesn't really matter. You can have a a number 8 wild card team, and they could still be better than the number 1, seed in the NFL somehow.
The best teams are always going to be there for the Patriots are always considered to be there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And in basketball, or the March Madness is what you said, the Duke's always going to be right there. North Carolina's always going to be right there. All those big teams, Kentucky,
Yeah, they're there.
Michigan.
They don't win all the time, though.
They win more often than not.
Yeah, they should. They get the best players.
In hockey, you're not going to get the best team every single time that wins. You're basically saying, like, the whole thing with that is, like, the best team doesn't always win. Like, the best team you're saying is from the regular season, right?
I'm just saying the best team in general. The best team
Well,
wins.
but how are you basing that? You're basing that off the regular season, yes?
I'm basing off when they're playing somebody. If you can't beat them 4 out of 7 times, then you're not better than them.
Right, but I'm saying, like, your whole basis for March Madness, right, is the best team throughout the regular season.
I'm saying the best team doesn't always win.
Right.
So it's hard.
And the same thing for hockey applies.
How is that possible?
Because they're not the best team the whole season.
But they're the best team at that time.
And that's the same thing for
No, it's
basketball.
not.
Yes, and the same thing for football,
it's
too.
not.
Yes, it is.
So that team that beat Virginia last year, I don't even know who the hell they are.
UCM,
They're
UCM,
better than Virginia?
For one day.
Yeah, and then what happened? Then they lost.
Right.
So they didn't win shit. They beat one good team by accident.
Yeah.
So...
Okay. But, like, I get your point with the series and it actually,
if
playing
Virginia
out.
and that team played 7 times, Virginia will beat them 6 times.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they're a better team.
Right.
But they got...
But I'm just saying
unlucky one time.
your basis of the best team is based off the regular season. Like, I understand the series kind of, like, evens things out.
But it's not. It's based off at the time if you're better than them or not. That's what everything is. But if you're better than them for one game and then you suck the next game, you're not better. You just lose. Like if you're saying the hockey gets hot, okay, I understand that. So if the 8 seed is hot and they play a 1 seed, then they're better than the 1 seed at that time. That's it. Just because the 1 seed had a good regular season, maybe they had an easier schedule. I don't know. Maybe they had the 8 seed had injuries.
They all basically play the same schedule.
It's
just like the hottest
happens, they're
goalie
the
ends
better
up winning
team.
in hockey.
I mean, you could say that about the NFL, though. Look at the Giants when they made the wild card, and then they went and they beat the Packers, and then they went and I forgot who else they played, but then they went to the Super Bowl and beat Tom Brady. They weren't one of the hottest teams, but they
weren't the
it
best
on.
team either.
Yeah.
They beat the best team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So,
they got hot though. They were hot.
They were hot, but
Yeah,
they're
but
not
they're-
the best team.
They were not the best team during the season, is what I'm trying to tell you. They
weren't the
turned it
best
on
team.
when it came to the playoffs.
Exactly.
So anyway,
I
realness
feel like
and
we're
what
all arguing the same point, kind of. Like you're the best team at the time, so you're the hottest team at the
But
time.
I don't even think they're the best team at the time. When they played the Patriots, I still think the Patriots were the best team.
Yeah, they were going
And
to
then
an
they lost.
undefeated
Right,
season.
yeah.
Because they only played 1 game.
Yeah.
Giants played them good. They beat them. But the Patriots are better still.
Anyway, realness in here. So are you going with the Stanley Cup since you want to argue hockey, or you have something else?
He just thinks
No,
it's cool
yeah.
to like hockey.
Yeah, everyone likes hockey.
Yeah.
Everyone should like hockey.
So are you going
You ever-
Stanley Cup?
Yeah, I'll say Stanley Cup.
Okay.
Fuck it. All right, that wraps up episode 4.
Let me cut you off right there before you end the episode. I think we got some business to tend to.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Son of a bitch. There you go.
Thank you. Nice Chris Benjamin from Mark. Thanks a lot, Texas Tech, for beating the Bulls.
Yeah, great, whatever, fine. Anyway, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at OutTheGatePod, and also on Facebook at OutTheGate Sports Podcast. Thanks for listening.
We out the gate.
Wait a second. You have a wife?
I knew he was going to say this shit.
Sorry, fiance. My bad.
And you're engaged?
Cut the shit. Cut it, frog.
So TJ Dillonshaw. Oh my God. Yeah, that makes sense. I could agree with that if I didn't have my own take on something different. But yeah, I could see that.
Can you?
Delete that out. I don't know what the hell is that. I'm fucking tired.